The man, originally a top scholar candidate, handed in a blank paper on the imperial examination day, drawing the examiner's fury for insulting the court. But he did so to save his life. In his past life, he and his younger brother took the exam together, and their answers were identical. Because his brother handed in the paper first, he was falsely accused of plagiarism and sentenced to death for cheating in the imperial examination. During the street parade, he tried every means to defend himself, but no one believed him. Even his father thought he had disgraced the family. As a concubine's son, he had long been looked down upon at home. His younger brother, seeing him as a thorn in the side, watched coldly and even made sarcastic remarks. His family waited for his death as if getting rid of a pest. He died with hatred, vowing to make them pay in the next life. At the moment his head fell, time reversed, and he got a second chance. This time, he saw through his family's true colors. His younger brother pretended to defend him in front of others but stuffed dog food into his mouth behind his back, determined to step on him to rise. When he said he would quit the exam, his brother panicked. He had no real talent at all, relying entirely on stealing his brother's answers with telepathy, so he hardly persuaded him to stay. In the examination room, the examiner set 2 questions, one on flood control strategies for the Yangtze River Basin, and the other on solving the famine in northern border areas. The latter was extremely difficult. Answering it well could make one famous, but a wrong answer would be considered meddling in state affairs and offend the emperor. His brother pretended to ask which question he would choose to avoid overlapping, but actually wanted to plagiarize. He first held up 2 fingers, and his brother, eager to show off, said he would choose the second question. Everyone laughed at him for being incompetent and daring not to choose the hard question. He then changed his mind and chose the first question, and his brother followed suit by applying to switch to the first question too. Unexpectedly, as soon as he sorted out his thoughts, his brother blurted out exactly the same content. Shocked, he quickly invalidated his paper, only to be suspected of plagiarism. His brother pretended to intercede, appearing knowledgeable and generous, which earned praise from the examiner. He was confused why his brother could steal his thoughts in real time and answer first. Fearing he would repeat the tragedy of his past life, he decided to hand in a blank paper to cut off his brother's source of plagiarism. His brother panicked at the sight. If his brother handed in a blank paper, he would have to do the same, exposing his lack of ability and plagiarism. He threatened with the family's reputation, saying handing in a blank paper was disrespectful to the emperor. The examiner gave the man another chance, and his brother, seeing the examiner pressuring him, thought there was still room to maneuver. Growing anxious as his brother still didn't write, he deliberately spilled ink on the man's paper. With the paper ruined and a new one given, he couldn't plagiarize anymore and had to write down his own thoughts in a hurry. But when the examiner read out his brother's flood control plan, he was shocked to find it identical to what he had in mind. His brother had already handed in the paper earlier. When the submission time came, he still hadn't moved, making the examiner impatient. He stood up excitedly, accusing his brother of using sorcery to steal his answers. But since his brother had handed in the paper first, people suspected he was the one who plagiarized. The examiner compared the 2 papers, found them exactly the same, and flew into a rage.